Good evening. We present the news summary. The Drug Protection and Rehabilitation Agency, ABDA, says there are two main reasons for the delay in the distribution of methadone. The CEO of the agency, Gérald Desaubin, says there has been an increase in the number of clients on the methadone program, an increase from 2,500 clients in 2019 to 3,300 in 2020. This has resulted in the stock of methadone being depleted faster than planned. The other reason is the increased cost of importation. Ms. Desaubin says it was in early February that the agency got permission from the Ministry of Finance to import a new stock of methadone. The Postal Service will resume its usual services on Friday from 8 a.m. to half past noon. The post office has remained closed since the 4th of January following restrictions due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Despite the close down, its personnel have been busy classifying letters and parcels ready for collection once the postal services resume. The Deputy CEO of the Postal Services, Alex Etienne, says for the time being, the amount of incoming parcels are very low as few airlines are flying to Seychelles.
In terms of operations, we're coping okay because in terms of the volumes that we're getting, it's not overwhelming, it's not going to flood our system. We've received a very minimal amount of mail bags than what we were expecting. In actual fact, in normal situation, before the COVID, we were receiving around 200 to 300 mail bags per day. And in total, during the close down, we have received around 500 mail bags. So it is manageable. We will be able to process all of these over a span of 5 to 6 working days. Once we reopen, I don't foresee any issue to deliver these items because we have a parcel management system in place, which is very efficient. And basically, it's our inventory for all packets and parcel coming into the post office, and it is interactive as well. The minute we class an item on our shelf, it sends an SMS alert to advise the client that your packet is ready for collection.
A new GOP framework aimed at putting Seychellois employees first will come into force as of next Monday, the 15th of February. The Director General for Labour Migration, Benilda Cupidon, says that the certificate of entitlement is one of the areas where there will be changes. Free extension of GOP for up to 3 months after expiration date will also cease.
Although the certificate will remain, there will be new conditions attached to it. So businesses holding the certificate of entitlement will have to submit the list of vacancies in which they intend to recruit non-shore workers to the department. And this will be verified against the localization plan, the job seekers database, and to also ensure that they are operating within their quota. And then thereafter, approval will be given for posts that we do not have locals for them to proceed to immigration. So this is a new procedure that's being introduced under the certificate of entitlement. Additionally, renewals. Before, under the framework, we had businesses proceeding directly to immigration for renewal of work permits. So businesses will now have to advertise their posts and submit their application via the employment department. And this will enable the department to refer potential candidates on the local labor market seeking for jobs before any approval is conveyed for GOPs. Additionally, there's also the free extension of GOPs that was established under the framework last year to legalize the status of non-shore workers that were to be repatriated. So this will no longer be applicable. That is, the services will now be payable as from the 15th of February. So new GOPs will now be assessed by the Department of Employment using the criteria as established. And priorities are being given, for example, agriculture, fisheries, and health sector. We had the returning GOP holders requests that were being submitted to the department since June last year. So this process will cease. So businesses that have not submitted any requests in the past 7 months for their workers to resume employment back in the country, they will now have to advertise their post. And thereafter, if they want to recruit non-shore workers, and they can submit the application to employment. And as a consequence of these new measures, the GOP assessment committee that was also established to review the returning GOP request and new request submitted. Once they complete the review of all pending applications, the committee will then be dissolved. As in terms of the change of employer, that was also a new component introduced in the framework. This will be maintained, but additional criteria set that it's only applicable for non-social workers made redundant or those whose contracts are not being renewed.
This was the news summary. Thank you for your attention.